Is there something about Herasight's technology that makes looking at the chromosomes more accurate than the traditional PGT-A companies out there?
Yeah, two answers to that. On the one hand, like our version of PGT-A, like that's just PGT-A in our lab, it is a little bit more powerful than the average on the market. We're just sequencing at a greater depth so we can see the chromosomes better. But on the other hand, we have a truly revolutionary technology, which is, I guess I'm going to say it here for the first time. We're going to be announcing this in November. And that is that thanks to the genius that is Alex Young, our statistical geneticist at UCLA, he worked for quite a while on this. We can take parental DNA, whole genome sequence of the parents, then take the genetic data from the PGT-A test, which is just meant to count chromosomes, and we can put that together to algorithmically recreate the whole genome of each discrete embryo. And the reason that's of enormous importance, not just for us, but any customers, that means we can serve people really anywhere where there's an IVF clinic. Why? Because these are two commodities. Anyone can go to an IVF clinic and request a PGT-A test. Not everyone does. Maybe they're young and they don't need to, et cetera, but they can. And then furthermore, anyone can get whole genome sequence. That's a commodity. It costs $400 or $500. People are doing it all the time. We can put those together to recreate the whole embryo and therefore then subject it to polygenic testing. Why is that interesting? It's way easier and cheaper than directly whole genome sequencing the embryo. That's actually extremely difficult to get enough DNA from the embryo, from a few cells, et cetera. So yeah, there's actually two things that we can do with PGT-A. One is just higher resolution version of it. So we have fewer false positives and false negatives. But the other is, whoa, this entirely new thing, which is sequence the parents, take the PGT-A data, and then understand the entire embryo genome.
So what you're saying is, let's say patients of mine who've already gone through IVF and they've done the more standard PGT-A panel, they can still benefit and basically do PGT-P without double biopsying their embryos and putting them through something that's risky.
Exactly.
And still get this data.
Where they might lose some of them or damage them.
Yeah.
I mean, the amazing thing here is there are millions of embryos in freezers right now. And some of them, many of them have been PGT-A tested. And what people thought they were getting is a down test, but what they're actually getting is, a height test, a schizophrenia test. So you can unlock that with just simple parental sequencing.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. So you just said something. You said, you're launching this. You just said it for the first time here today.
That's true.